Hi. Today I want to talk a little bit about my audio issues that I have tried to fix today, and hopefully I got a better sound, and the loudness of the sound is also now going to be at least 0 dB or plus 3 dB according to the web presenter HD, but I did not know if the web presenter HD has been set up correctly, what the VU meters are showing. So I have as a reference the audio levels from the ATEM software control, showing me the audio levels going nearly slightly into the red area, so that they are using the yellow area until -9 dB fully, I think, and even if I speak a little bit less loud, I have enough level on the output. So the whole day I have played with my DBX and to get this level set up again and correcting the settings. So I want to show again what I have done and how I am routing my audios. To start with, here is some view to the hardware I'm using, and it is slightly going to the limiter, but not when I say speak in normal loudness after setting all the knobs. If I compare this with when I am going into the limit, I test it with clapping. Oops, this is a little bit a problem, that I always go to a higher level than I want to by clicking on the wrong element. So now you see a level about of -3 dB, minus 3.2 or 0.19 dB at the XLR input, and what is going out to the master level. So this is for my reference. I am currently ignoring the web presenter HD because there are some setups that I can probably have made a mistake. So the gate is still used to open the audio channel to avoid noise from my room if I am silent. So if I do not speak, I do not need the microphone, and therefore the microphone does not need to pick up some noise, and therefore I have placed the DBX into the chain from the microphone. So I want to compare the audio levels with a well-known YouTuber who is always taking care about correct levels, and my audio device that plays the YouTube video will therefore be playing the audio coming from the YouTube video to, where's my mouse, to this device, where I am output this level of audio in full loudness, completely cranked up, and I feed the audio levels in 2 of my cameras from Marshall, because they have a line in per camera that may be set up as a mic input or as a line input. I have set it to line input, and to show something of the levels, its line, it's plus 20 dB. And this is the input that is forwarded to, say, to the video mixer, and that is this one. I have this small version with 8 inputs, and I'm very well happy with it. Yet, say, I have some new models spotted, but currently they are affordable, I think. They are in my wish list, and they are rack mountable and have therefore the new feature, or the feature of super sources included in a rack mount device. So this is my argument to put a new wish list element for new hardware, maybe in 1 year or so. This is the first part. And I want to show the next part. This is the microphone path, and there I have an Rode NTG1, and this is routed to a Zoom F8. It's oversized and overkill for the purpose I am using it, but there I have some more inputs free when I am on the go with the hardware, maybe in future. And the Zoom F8 has XLR, mini XLR outputs that I need to put into the next device, as you see in my hardware, which is at the lower row of 1 HE height for rack mount, and I have put there the level from the Zoom F8 round about 1/3 now, I think. I've put it a little bit down from slightly in the middle left, maybe where I have the mouse cursor was pointing, was here, and I put it here. And this signal is penned in middle, and it is going out to 2 channels because I have no capability in the video mixer to route one mono signal as mono signal to both channels, left and right. So I need actually this device still in the chain, and there it is, the next element. Here I have set the lower 2 knobs to the middle, as you see, and I have put the gain to +20 dB for the valve, for the valve tube, for the tube, sorry. And if I clap, you see the input level with the LEDs at over the meter. It is not distorting into the red LED, only into the yellow. And this is before the compressor. So this is the input chain until to the mic preamp. I am using it not for the mic, but for the output. Maybe I am using it directly, but I have the mono issue, therefore I cannot use the mics directly. So now I want to go to the next, and that is the settings. I have actually in warm with vocal settings. I just try out how it sounds like for me, and for especially now with the new output level I have set up, and to see it how it is working. And then I have the DBX 166 XS that is doing the main work for me, setting the levels correctly. If I am too loud, it is slightly going to trigger a little bit or a little bit more, and it is doing its work. Maybe I need to fiddle a little bit more with it, but now it's not too much going into the limiter. And I have my output levels where I wanted them to have. Let's see it again. As you see, the last element before the video is going out is indeed the Web Presenter HD, but it is getting its signal from the SDI output from the video mixer, and the master output is therefore the reference. What is maximum output after the compressor is triggering to not let it clip. And after this, I hope I get a well sounding audio in the video that is not too silent like the last videos. So what can I say more? I think this window is complete, and I need some words about my unboxing. As I need to fix some audio issues if I connect my iPhone via the Mackie mixer, and as well as when I insert the Mackie mixer in the complete audio signal path to add another source, then I was getting some ugly noise, and I hope that I get rid of this noise with this Palmer PLI-05, and this is the last element I need to fix in my audio quality. And let's see what I can do with this after I have unboxed it. So now I think the unboxing will be started. This is the iPhone. I want probably do it separately because it is unrelated. Okay. I've purchased a shorter cable in case the cable lengths will insert some noise, some distortions or something else from my display, from my monitor. And then I have added into my list, I have purchased some stereo cables in the hope that I can use this one for the line output after the Palmer in balanced mode, so that I get no longer some noise into the line signal. And here is a little box. Adam Hall. Maybe they have been purchased from another hardware supplier for music devices. Okay. So manual. And a device, I can screw it Not really, I think, but I can probably use cable locks or something, how it is named in English, I don't know. Cable straps. And therefore I need my input line. And my mobile phone. Some little Velcro to play with this device, with this cable. Seems to be a good quality. Yeah, it can unscrew, and this one it can also as well unscrew. And now let's plug it in. Where I need to have it in my video chat audio chain. And going a little bit with the cable where I want to have it. For now, at least. I have some inputs. I'm unmounting the first cable winding. Okay, it seems to be a good quality of cable. And I replace some signals for the old one. I have the right one. Is the red. Can I mount it a little bit? Okay, it lies around. And the next cable. Okay, I've plugged it in. While the signals are open. You may have noticed it. Hopefully it was not too loud. Now I want to play some video from the iPhone. My history.
That's this one right here. We reviewed this a long time ago. It runs on a single AA battery. It has a 3.5 millimeter connector to connect to your camera. And so it just plugs into your camera's microphone input. And for its price, which is, last time I checked, somewhere in the maybe the $35 range.
Okay, I have got a listening to it. The audio signal is going into the Mackie mixer as a second stereo line input for my audio devices and my synthesizers and all the rest. And the iPhone is sounding actually well.
It does a surprisingly good job. Again, it's going to sound a whole lot better if you boom it just above your talent within, say,
without any noise issues. And the Curtis, which channel I am using? Curtis Judd. Maybe I have pronounced it correctly.
18 inches, maybe 30 to 40 centimeters. But that's where you're going to get the best sound. But if you do have to put it on top of your camera.
And he is well known for the audio quality. He is attending to produce, I think, mostly normalized audio. And I see it in the Blackmagic Web Presenter HD.
It's better than nothing. Next in this category, we also have the Rode VideoMic Pro.
That it is going in the same level of audio loudness, roughly about plus 3 dB, displayed on the Blackmagic Web Presenter info screen. And therefore, if I switch to my computer audio, you can hear me speaking. And now I want to put in parallel the audio from the YouTube video.
Again, one of my favorites here.
Testing.
This one has a variety of interesting features. For example, it does do
testing.
dual channel recording. So if you plug this into your camera, again, it has a 3.5 millimeter plug. You can actually record one.
So I'm a little bit lower in the loudness, more silence. I think not as loud as the source video, but if I compare,
and on the left channel on your camera at the level that you set the gain here, and it also records to the right channel at a.
It is going nearly to 0 dB, and it displays at the same loudness on the web presenter. So if I going to clap, I have probably 2.6 dB less than the audio from Curtis Judd. Whoops. I need 0 dB. Is it 0? Yes, it is 0. There's some noise in the minus 3.27, roughly 3.3 decibel dB. And if I start the video, I need to go out of sleep from the mobile phone.
At a lower input level or a lower gain level. And what that means is that if you get too loud and the audio clips and distorts, that secondary track will still be okay in most cases. So it gives you a little bit more safety.
So I think I have it nearly completed. 3 dB difference is something I am actually neglect to fix for today. And this was the first unboxing. The audio is getting out clean with the Palmer PLI-05. And what I want to do now is the main issue got arised with the insertion of the HDMI input or the HDMI adapter to be the next audio, the next video source. So you see this little bips within a second interval. Is still there. Just buying another tool and the next tool and getting rid of some problems. I have no idea. Now I want to plug in the power supply battery. And I got rid of one problem. And that is the noise when I start the USB power bank charging the mobile phone to bring in some noise, some unwanted noise. This noise has been removed now, and the cable is plugged in. I have a mobile phone screen. On my second camera input. And here it is. The problem with the audio started when the HDMI port has been plugged in. And this is gone for now. At least when I have no audio now because I have not activated the right signal. Headphones to listen. I need something more. Cable here. and a remaining cable where did I put it? The little special cable I have somewhere. It cannot be that far away. Where it is? Special cable, did I have it? I need the microphone. Adapter cable, that was the original from the A-Lef. And I put it elsewhere. This is the microphone, I have it. And so for now I think the cable is here on the desk, where it should be beneath some paper. Okay.
Next up in this category is the Deity VMic D3 Pro. Now, the difference between this one and the Rode Video...
So I have no disturbing noise, and the iPhone is now playing the video. Therefore,
Pro Plus, the main difference, I would say, well, there are a couple, but the VideoMic Pro Plus has a replaceable battery. It comes with a lithium-ion rechargeable battery in here, but you can also put AA batteries in there if you need to. The D3 Pro, on the other hand, has an inbuilt battery with a 51-hour rated powering time. It does have this unique feature where you plug in the cable here, run that out to your camera or mobile.
And it is sounding well. I have only one remaining issue, and this is the beep sound that is anywhere in my electricity. And I cannot locate it. I think this is an issue that is remaining until I completely get rid of the electronics, rebuild it, and for now I think that is it with the connection of the iPhone as an additional video source, as an additional sound source. It is okay for video chat presentations. And now there was some noise. Probably the mobile phone is doing something.
Mobile device or to whatever you're recording, and it figures out what kind of device it is and it adapts its connection to work with that device. It's a pretty cool feature. This was actually one of the first.
And if I plug in the Lightning connector to the HDMI with the HDMI adapter, I get this sound. Even if I plug out the power bank. Only if I plug out the HDMI. I do not have this sound. But this sound comes from the ground loop now, from the SDI cable. I unplugged the power supply for the video is not getting back. So I want to what can I do? Let's try to unplug this cable that, when plugged, introduces this sound on the video mixer side. And now I have unplugged the video from I've unplugged the video from the iPhone, but the sound is as well no more running. Why? The video signal is going into the bidirectional HDMI converter, and I've unplugged the HDMI side on the video mixer. For the audio channel going through the video channel, I'm unsure if this is the correct one. Okay,
the really wide angle lens and you don't want the microphone in the shot, or to move it forward if you're going to be using the viewfinder on your, say, mirrorless camera, for example, while you're shooting video.
Okay, it's
so
a
this
little
gets
bit better
out of the way so you can get your face or your eye right up to the viewfinder. So nice to have that ability to adjust. And on the bottom here, not only do you have the shoe mount, but you also have a 3/8 inch receiver, which has threads in it, so you can mount this on a standard microphone boom pole if you want to do that as well. Again, see the in-depth review if you're interested in this one down below. The newest entry of this category is the Rode Video Mic.
So what is the problem? Some remaining bips from the video mixer, or because the video mixer is the cables are going into the bidirectional converter. I get a complete clean audio, but no video signal. It's unbelievable. Where does it come from? Showing the signal, maybe, no, it is unconnected. Try to use without the Palmer.
NTG. It's very similar to the Deity VMic D3 Pro, which we just looked at. Strikingly similar, actually. Likewise, it comes with this Rycote shock mount, which is top-notch. You can do the same thing where you can adjust.
And now I want to plug in the SDI cable or the HDMI cable.
The position of the shock mount forward.
I do not necessarily need the Palmer. I've unplugged it now. I have my video stream. No audio.
The difference between this one and the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, the main difference I would say,
Where the sound comes from. I have unplugged the HDMI side from the video mixer. And therefore the ground loop is still anywhere. I get no solution for it. And the other issue is probably a cable quality, a better quality of cable or shorter cable lines, shorter cable. To solve another issue, I want to change the cable again. And if I connect the ground, I have no signal. it's a much better signal. The ground signal that is introduced, it is computer sound.
Okay. Well, there are a couple, but the VideoMic Pro Plus has a replaceable battery. It comes with a lithium-ion rechargeable battery in here, but you
no SDI video connection. Grounded, contacted only the ground. I think the signal is introduced from the I have no idea. It's not the power bank, the USB charging power bank. And now I want to take my old cable. Nothing changed. Simply I have the signals. This is not. Maybe No, I don't play with it. I don't know what happens with it. I do not have a Blackmagic SDI, or I have not a Blackmagic here. On my PC1. No, it's the wrong PC Cam 2. The recorder is displaying PC2. I want to select the PC2 because I have some overlay there on running, and see what is happening. Nothing. Audio, what was the change I have made? Auxiliary Kamerasteuerung. No. Ah. Wrong place. It was here. I do not have a Blackmagic camera. Test it. I cannot change one. Ah, okay. So I cannot deactivate all. And my PC1 should be keeping. No effect. And the problem is I have no solution to get the sound away. Okay, I'll try another thing. I have some sound.
That. It also has a high pass filter at 75 hertz and 150 working out in the wind. And that is something important to say. If
okay,
are going to be recording outdoors, you really do need some wind protection, and usually a foam wind cover is not really necessarily enough. You may need one of the fur covers as well. Most of these have those available, and if the company itself doesn't provide one, you can usually buy one from a company called Rycoat, which you can find on B&H Photo, for example. This comes with its own shock mount. It's a very good shock mount, and the mic comes out of the shock mount as well, which is nice. So if for some reason you ever needed to replace this, you could certainly do that. Now, a couple nice features about the shock mount that comes with it. First of all, you can adjust it to sit forward or not so forward on your camera, aft, I guess, if you will. And this allows you to, A, move it back if you're shooting with a really wide-angle lens and you don't want the microphone in the shot, or to move it forward if you're going to be using the viewfinder on your, say, mirrorless camera, for example, while you're shooting video. So this gets out of the way so you can get your face or your eye.
So if I put the audio signal directly into the audio device from my computer without the Mackie mixer, no, it's the same issue. It's simply not as loud as before. Taken to 0. It's not that loud.
Right up to the viewfinder. So nice to have that ability to adjust. And on the bottom here, not only do you have the shoe mount, but you also have a 3/8 inch receiver, which has threads in it. So you can mount this on a standard microphone boom pole if you want to do that as well. Again, see the in-depth review if you're interested.
I have the signal, but it's not that loud because the Mackie mixer makes some gain to get the levels correct. And the line levels from the headphones.
One down below. The newest entry of this category is the Rode VideoMic NTG. It's very similar to the Deity VMic D3 Pro, which we just looked at. Strikingly similar, actually. Likewise, it comes with this Rycoat shock mount, which is top-notch. You can do the same thing where you can adjust the position of
Okay, it is a gain staging issue. I have anywhere the annoying sound coming from anywhere else, and I still have this sound. After I was thinking, I have fixed it before my rebuilding and before using the Palmer. The iPhone is not using the full loudness controls. It was not as loud as it can be, and therefore I have gained the annoying noise after using a correct loudness signal, a correct level beforehand. And this is the iPhone. It was not loud enough. Yeah, I have some remaining sound, but this is okay. And I only get it for when I am using the video chat. It's now good enough.
Of the shock mount forward or back
For it. So I want to change the... Did I have the signal?
get it out of the way of your viewfinder, or to get it out of the way of a wide angle lens. You have a 3.5 millimeter cable. It also auto detects what you plug into. You have a USB-C input for powering or charging the microphone. It has an inbuilt battery that is rated to last 30 hours. You do have a high-pass filter. You have the safety track recording feature on this as well, which is nice. And you also have a minus 20 decibel pad. So if you're going to be recording really, really loud stuff, that can be helpful as well. Both the Deity VMic D3 Pro and the Rode VideoMic NTG have these dials on the back for setting the input level or gain.
Did not hear the sound in the output.
Is really nice, and they're stepless, so it's just a continuous, very natural sounding way to set the input level on your microphone.
Because I am playing
this one can also be used as a USB microphone directly into your computer. So if you want to record directly to your computer, you can do that as well.
That was not a problem.
The downsides, of course, it has an inbuilt battery.
Playing videos.
For those concerned about the environment, which
it is working
is a valid concern, I would say. This becomes e-waste when
it is switching to the HDMI port and sending out the audio over the HDMI port automatically because this is a video and this is the intentioned functionality from the HDMI adapter.
It's done unless Rode comes up with a battery replacement program, and I don't believe they've said anything about that just yet. Hopefully they will, and that'll make this a non-issue. So, which of these would I choose if I was only choosing one? Well, that's a tough call. I think it really depends. If you want replaceable batteries, use a replaceable battery.
So for me, I want to have chat functionality. And my intention therefore was not to play a video. So at least I shouldn't play a video on the iPhone. And therefore the chat audio will keep playing on the output of the jack from the 3.5 millimeter jack and keeps enable me listening to the chat participants while I am able to send my audio to the chat participants. That was the plan. And playing video, I can do it from a different PC. As well, I can play the video into the video mixer from my MacBook on this side, and that I have presented in my in one of my last video. And if I play it again,
the VideoMic Pro Plus is a good choice. If you're on a super tight budget and you really can't afford more than $35, that's where the TaxStar comes in. If you want one of the newer microphones that can be used in more or situations. These two here, the DoD VMic D3 Pro and the VideoMic NTG, are two good options. If I could only choose one, it's a tough one. It's really tough, but I think I'd probably go with the Rode VideoMic NTG. Next up, let's get into shotgun microphones that have XLR outputs. So we're talking about microphones that you would connect to a professional-grade camcorder or cinema camera, or to a dedicated audio recorder with XLR inputs. So here we're moving up into more of the professional range, but these are the really affordable options. Let's take a closer look at these. One that was very popular a number of years ago was the Rode NTG2 shotgun microphone. This was actually my first shotgun microphone. And this microphone has the ability to work with phantom power or...
So why is the video output from the app not appearing on the video? I want to try again.
You can pop a AA battery in here and that will power it as well. Now, this microphone was pretty decent. It also has a high pass filter. But what I don't love about this microphone are a couple things. Number one, for its price, it's not a bad sounding microphone. It's pretty good. But it really requires a preamplifier that is a really strong preamplifier that can provide a lot of gain. It didn't have a really hot output signal. So that made it kind of a non-starter in a lot of ways, from the standpoint that a lot of people buying a more budget-oriented shotgun microphone also were using a more budget-oriented recorder or camera. So in many cases, this was not a great fit. So for example, the Zoom H4n and this microphone, not recommended at all. If you get a really good
I want to have the signal. I want to have the video. Again, some struggle.
preamplifier, then this can do a decent job. But not my first choice in 2020. Here we're talking about microphones that are less than $300. The next one on the list would be the Rode NTG4.
It's probably losing track. And okay, this is a different issue. Now I know what was the problem. The problem was the gain stage. Text unboxing. a used iPhone. Let's see if it is as described in the product description. Maybe I sell my old. I don't sell my old because it works still very well. Only the battery is losing some capacity. It has some destroyed cells in it. At least I get some break or some sudden capacity loss at around about 40% or less if the battery is used more than it is used previously. So the iPhone will be my next mobile development device, and this will be my new iPhone 7 Plus size. And why? Because of full HD output. If I put it here into this device, maybe I try it. Where's the power button? Somewhere. Okay. It is in good condition, or it is an excellent condition, like as new. It's an iPhone 7 Plus with 256 gigabyte of RAM. And I want to set up this device. If I am closing the video for now, and yes, it's no more an original package from Apple. This is a little bit disappointing, but I think this is marketing. And a new charging cable, a new USB power supply, and as well to mount my mobile phone card from the old into the new. And then I have a new development device, my old iPhone SE. Good. After these trials, the remaining issue is the bip sound, and I think I need to try this bip sound separately from my YouTube studio. There with a second audio device, and Probably putting the power line for the element. I have no. The Mackie is closed out. Mackie is now not used. The Mackie mixer. So I have only the audio device from Native Instruments on my MacBook. I have the cable, the old one that was probably making some noise or some initial issues with the audio, and the ALEF is fed from the iPhone into the audio device, while it is charged via USB power, a power bank, and converting the signal. I have some idea that is the audio routing between the big room, the ground loop, and the time information within the video stream. That is something produced via the ATEM video switcher, and I need to check if this is the problem. Therefore, I have had some look around in the application, finding some configurations about deactivating this part, because it is exactly in 1 second speed, some bip, and if I'm not wrong, I've noticed some 60 bips a little bit slower, and the loud one I'm not sure. I know about the signal because I hear it in my XA15 Canon video camera, and it is very loud, and it is not well. Probably you should not do the audio insert in that way. I have still one camera to feed the analog audio into it as a line, as a mono line, instead of my audio device, so getting rid of the Mackie requirement feeding this additional audio, and getting rid of the remaining components that need to be inserted into the audio signal path from my iPhone, and connecting only the iPhone. No, I think it is the annoying sound is there. It is as well there when I connect my audio devices here. After I have got rid of the signal issue with the Mackie, I have removed this Mackie sound, this Mackie mixer out of the signal path, and I have separated the audio from these synthesizers. I am sending the synthesizers directly to the audio device input without the Mackie, and I have only short lines for the audio device output, as I have explained in the beginning, going to my camera. This one is the right signal, and this one is the left audio channel, and they are something short cables. They are not balanced cables, so I simply have them not as short as possible to get it balanced. And I'm not sure where the signal is coming into. I need to check it again, but I am ready for now with this live video. 1.5 hours unboxing is a little bit much. So still fiddling with my audio. Where I need to go to this one. Bye.